I've seen a lot of people on the internet consider meditation to be just another self-help trend. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy many popular self-help trends. I still take cold showers, I try to journal every day, I write down my goals. But what separates all of these typical self-help habits from meditation is that meditation can change your entire outlook on life. It certainly did for me. I originally heard about meditation through this guy, Ralph Smart, and although he has shifted his topics to a little strange ones, at the time the information he was providing me was invaluable. But even still, the concept of meditation felt a little weird to me. So basically, I'm just supposed to sit upright with my legs crossed and do nothing? When you don't know anything about meditation or its benefits, not only does it sound like a huge waste of time, but it also sounds pretty difficult to do. And it sure as hell was at the start. I think that now more than ever, people are having a tougher time actually just like sitting still and genuinely being bored. There is no time to practice meditation. It's either do something productive or whip out your phone. Because of this, meditation had pretty much little to no effect on me at the start because I couldn't get myself to do it for more than 5 minutes. I remember in the early days of my meditation practices, my 17-year-old self sitting upright with my back against my forest painted wall and the millions of thoughts that were rushing through my head and how uncomfortable that made me feel. I'm sure I've had brief periods of unintentional meditation throughout my life when I haven't had access to anything that could take my attention, but deliberately doing it and being conscious of it is just a whole different ballgame. Even just 5 minutes of it was enough to elicit a positive response out of me. So a few months go by and I'm really starting to get the hang of it. I upped my meditation practice to about 20 minutes and I had those thoughts that were rushing around in my head, all that noise lessen. I started to notice and recognize different thought patterns more, and then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It suddenly made so much sense to me what meditation actually is. I kind of felt like I had unlocked a secret power that's within all of us. And yeah, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but let me try to explain this. So obviously meditation comes with a lot of positive benefits. I've talked with them in numerous of my previous videos. It can help with anxiety, stress, it can possibly boost your immune system, it can increase your patience, and all of that is great, but once you've done meditation for as long as I have, you start to realize that all of those previous reasons that you had for wanting to do meditation aren't actually what meditation is at all. And doing it for those beneficial reasons actually takes you farther away from your meditation practice. I think this is a huge problem as to why so many people fail to make meditation a consistent daily habit. It's because they're doing it for an outside purpose. They expect something from it. When I first went into meditation, my entire thought process behind it was, this is gonna make me a better person, and that is why I wanna do it. Meditation is not something that you can fully experience if you start to do it for anything other than just to meditate. The outcome of meditation has absolutely nothing to do with the meditation itself. So when you first start to meditate, learn from my mistakes and never focus on the outcome of the practice. Something else that's come from this westernized self-help form of meditation is actively trying to focus on something while meditating. I regret to say that before I started to realize what meditation really was all about, that I told people in a lot of my videos to practice one of these different types of meditations. Now we have transcendental meditation and mindfulness meditation. These are probably the two most popular right now, and I was telling people to do mindfulness meditation. And I guess you would call my practice mindfulness meditation. Essentially what this practice is becoming aware of your breath. And this approach, at least to me now, is wrong. Yeah, these different meditation techniques can help you start off with meditating and maybe get some benefits out of it, but it's not the actual key to meditating. So here's the problem with these forms of meditation. As soon as you try to focus on your breathing, like in mindfulness meditation, or you chant a mantra, like in transcendental meditation, meditation becomes a doing task. It requires some sort of conscious, deliberate action to do. You have to put in effort to focus on the inward and outward of your breath. You have to kind of make yourself chant mantras. When I practiced mindfulness meditation, it was a task that required focus, and meditation is supposed to happen spontaneously. It comes from being unoccupied with your thoughts and just experiencing the present moment. And that is why meditation is something that you usually experience unconsciously without you knowing it. That's the real meditation. You've probably experienced this hundreds, if not thousands of times in your life without you actually realizing it. The key point here, and I know this sounds kind of difficult and confusing when I say it, is to experience the moment without actually thinking about it. You can't think about the experience, you have to be the experience. And when I was first doing meditation, trying to focus on my breath, it caused a lot of doubt for me at the start. You know, when I was doing it, I would say stuff like, am I even doing this right? Is this actually working? When is this gonna start working? And on days where I really couldn't focus on my breath and my thoughts were just kind of controlling me and taking me over, I would try harder and harder to focus on my breath. And then after all the struggle and all the months of meditation, it finally clicked for me. By not trying to meditate, I was doing the real meditation. Now, this isn't to say that it should only happen in spontaneous moments and you shouldn't set a dedicated amount of time each day to practice this. It just means that when you do it, you need to be fully immersed in the experience, and that's really it. There is an absolutely amazing guided meditation by Alan Watts that I'm gonna leave a link in the description to because it's on YouTube here, but I'm gonna do my best right now to put you guys in a bit of a meditative state. I'm gonna kind of paraphrase what he says in his guided meditation and put it in this video. So if you're ready, let's do this. I want you to close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you. Listen to the general hum and buzz of the world the same way that you listen to music. Don't try to identify the sounds that you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow the sounds to play with your eardrums. Let your ears hear whatever they want to hear without letting your mind judge the sounds and guide the experience. As you go through this experiment, you're going to find that you naturally start labeling the sounds and giving meaning to them, and that's fine and completely normal because it happens automatically. However, over time, you'll start to experience these sounds in a different way. As the sounds come into your head, you'll be listening to them without judgment. They'll be part of the general sounds. You can't control the sounds and you will cease your control over them. Now it's time to do the same with your breath. Notice that while you've been allowing the sounds to enter your brain, your body has been breathing naturally. It's not your task to breathe, it just happens. Now, while you're being aware of your breath, see if you can start breathing more deeply without putting effort into it, and it will just naturally happen. So the key point, the key insight that I want you to take away from this video is this, that noises happen naturally and so does your breathing. So now you need to apply this insight to your thoughts. During this time, thoughts have entered your mind like the chattering noises outside of your window. Do not try to control your thoughts and rather let them continue to chatter away like noises without passing judgment and giving them meaning. Thoughts are just happening and they'll always happen, so just observe them and let them go and allow them to pass through you freely without attaching to them. Over time, the outside world and the inside world come together. Everything is simply happening and you're just observing it. Thank you very much to all the patrons on this channel on Patreon. This is a platform where I'm putting out exclusive videos, blog posts, and podcasts you can't find anywhere else. If you want to check out that platform, go to patreon.com/Cole Hastings. The link is in the description, and you can also talk to me one-on-one in there. I can give one-on-one advice, and that's it for this video. I hope that this sheds some light on what meditation really is and how to practice this the right way, or maybe not even practice it, just experience it, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end. And as always, have an excellent rest of your day or night.